TYT launched their new platform of TYT Investigations, and it was a good episode that I watched. It was about UPS and them basically wanting tax breaks and saying that they're going to increase jobs and all this other stuff, while pretty much lying about it all, because they're going to put in more automated situations and things like that to replace people, and they might increase their bottom line. It was a great thing, and I think you should all go check it out. I'm not going to try to spoil everything, and it was very in-depth, very, very informative. TYT Investigations, they're launched. It's down in the description below, so go check them out. And I gotta say this: while I enjoy it, while I am subscribed, and while I will remain subscribed, the truth is they still dropped the ball on something important, something that is extremely important to every human being in the United States, because that's where I live, that's where I vote, that's where I suffer, that's where I can find, triumph, and that's where I can find failure. That's where I can, it's a lot of things, because it's where I am, it's where I grew up. So they dropped the ball on how to solve the problem at hand. And that's where this Victims Day come from. This post right here, we are victims of the inability to solve our problems. We all would like to be able to get out there, do what we can, and just get things going in the proper direction for pretty much ourselves. We're just all individuals, right? And we just care about ourselves. So let's just do that. We care about ourselves. We're going to just, whatever we get done should be done for our own individual taste, our own pleasures. And when they get online and they do their investigative reporting like anything else, I mean, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, Secular Talk, The Ring of Fire, anything, they have no problem giving you who to dislike and why to dislike them. They have no problem in doing all of that, but they seem to drop the ball in what do you do to solve it. That's important. You just can't say, okay, I have a mass amount of bills and I know the companies are doing this to me and price gouging, and then just go on about your day. Somebody has to come in and say, okay, let's fix this. Let's get these bills under control, whether that's by changing your spending habits or finding you a better job, or as this country does want, you find a better job, or jobs, plural, jobs, or going to the company and say, what is wrong with you? Why are you charging more money when you're already wealthy? You've got money hand over fist and you're charging more? And then explain how that is destroying society and how that is keeping people from, buying back into a society that they're a part of. So there's a lot of things that could happen, and they need to do this. You need to stand up, and when you have comments, don't just go with the racial shit. Don't just go with, oh, I hate the kleptocracy. I hate the oligarchy. I hate the plutocracy. Look, the plutocrats and all of that crap going on. Look, you have to solve the situation with a fine tooth comb. You have to see it. You have to get right down to it and scrape that shit up. That's what you got to do. So TYT, for an example, here's one of their great ones. Okay, politicians are bought. All right, they're bought. They're paid for. So they don't listen to you. They listen to their donors. They got wolf-pack.com. Get money out of politics and you resolve a lot of issues. That's first and foremost. Your politicians, you have to get the greedy monsters out of the government and get people in of decent mindsets so you can have a government and not a political system. All right. There's a big difference. And that's just as Democrats. You've got that. And to help that, you've also got Bernie Sanders' brand new Congress So that is also trying to get these vile, selfish, greedy people out of government as politicians and usher in governing bodies. That's also something you have to think about that. There, at least those are ways to solve it. But the problem is they only espouse for their own personal things. So TYT will say wolf-pack.com, which I agree. They'll also say justicedemocrats.com, which I do agree, but they will not hound on other places. They will not keep bringing it up. They will not keep bringing back why these places are good until they get a new candidate to push. And that's great, but 16 candidates I think they're all senators. We need more. They need to tell us how to find our own. They need to give a website or something and say, hey, look, if you are someone that's going to run as a senator, a mayor, a governor, or anything of the sort, and you go by these guidelines of zero money taken from big donors, everything has to be grassroots, all right? If they can follow these guidelines, if they're going to work for the people and not the donors, I ain't talking about even like now, I mean like later in their career, like a year or two down the line, they can't say, okay, I've got in, now give me the money, now I'm going to do what these big donors want to do. No, from the day their inception into that office until they leave, they take no money, they do not work for them, they work for the people, and everything they do is to push the narrative of we the people, not it the corporation. See, if they can do that and they can stay in, fine. They need to do something like that where we can funnel our money or our attention into one site to find these very people. If they have a call to arms, which Cenk Uygur constantly says, we have a call to arms and we have to get money out of politics, then you need to do everything in your power to help get money out of politics. I wouldn't know how to make a site like that. I really don't. I know that it needs to be made, but he has the money to do it. People love and support the Young Turks. They support Cenk Uygur. They are pouring in millions of dollars a month to make sure that they get the right investigative reporting, the honest truth of everything, whether it's Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Yellow Party, other parties. They get the truth. Tea Party that's gone and may come back. I don't know. That's what they want. And that's what they put their money into. So use that money for something good. We're all victims of getting zero help from the very people that proclaim heavily they want to end all of the atrocities in our government. That's the problem. It feeds itself. Yes, ExxonMobil and all these other oil companies, they're ruining lands, they're ruining the oceans and everything for their own gain. Now, isn't it just as bad that social media will cover this and talk about how vile and messed up it is, but not try to give a way to solve it? It's more like, hey, these people are just killing people and ruining economies and everything, and they're making money off of you, and they are angry about it, and they tell you that. And I love that passion, and it needs to keep happening. But then with that passion and with that anger, all they're doing is reporting that it's happening and not telling you how to stop it, not telling you as an individual who to contact. And that's basically them making money off of you and off of YouTube and any other sponsors that they have just to report and not solve. So the creator of the disaster has someone out there reporting them and humiliating them. But the problem is, well, that person's making money off of us just reporting it. So it's, to me, just as bad. So we need to demand more from our social media. We can't just watch them and nod our head and say, yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, I disagree with that. Yeah, screw them. No, we need to demand from them in the comment section. And if the comment section isn't going to get it, if it's not going to change social media's behavior, then stop funding them. Yes, we need TYT. Yes, we need Secular Talk in places like that. But right now, they've gotten to the point where it's almost like they don't need us. They expect us to support them. And they'll just keep doing the same thing. It's a business. Wash, rinse, repeat. Do the same thing over and over and don't change. And we are part of the cycle. We need to demand from them change. Get better. Do better. Give us what's going to help us. We are coming to you for help. You need to help us. We are victims of a brutal cycle, and we are the ones that can break it, because they are not going to. Because if we don't ask for change, they're not going to change it. And if we do ask and they don't change, then we change ourselves and we don't give to them, then they'll change. That's how you change any corporation in this country. You hit those pockets and you'll change their mind. So with that, I thank you for listening.